Welcome to Five, Fortitude, Innovative Value, and Excellence. And today we have a talented, beautiful, phenomenal guest, Miss Khalia. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
I'm so glad that you took time out of your busy schedule. I know you're a mom, you're running a business, you're a wife, and you are so busy. So I thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit and have a conversation with me today.
Absolutely. It is an honor for me. So yes, let's jump in. I'm excited.
Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay, so my name is Kahlia Wilkinson. I also go by Lyricc. I'm an author, a poet. I run a business called Woman 31 Living. I also am a mother of three. I have three. They are 8, almost 6, and 4. And an awesome husband. We've been married 10.5 years now. Wow. So I know it's fast, right? So yeah, I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to answer your questions and share more about who I am and what I do.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about Woman 31 Living.
Yes, Woman 31 Living, Ashley, is my baby. So I have 4 kids, it feels like. Woman 31 Living has been in existence for probably 8 years. And it's a self-care, wellness, health and beauty company. So basically, I work with women as a consultant and coach, and we talk about self-care and wellness. And I also am surprised, sneak peek sort of, I am starting a product line for women that deal with self-care and wellness. So I'm super excited. We talk about all the things, life, health. You know, women sometimes feel like they're isolated or they're walking in a mental fog, or they just lost their mojo and they can't understand where it went. And so we work through those processes by going through the self-care model, and we talk about the secret to self-care and get them back on the right track. So I love what I do.
That is phenomenal. That's awesome, Khalia. Yes. And so you have a new product coming out. What was your inspiration?
That's a great question. I feel like, you know, Women 31 Living has just evolved. Back when we were like connected heavily, because you're in South Carolina, I'm in Alabama. Yeah. But about 10 years ago, when we were like running in the same circle, it was Renew You. And then before that, it was Khalia's Authentic Life and Style. So it's always been sort of a renew you, take care of you, live authentically. And now it's Woman 31 Living. And I feel like that name for me so connects because it's based off the Proverbs 31 chapter in the Proverbs 31 woman, right? She did all the things, but she didn't do it all at the same time. And so that's what I kind of coach women through. It does not all have to happen at the same time. Let's break it up and let's work through every sort of phase of your journey through self-care. So yeah, that's where we're at right now.
I love this, Khalia. I love this. This is awesome. Okay, so your clients, your customers, do they need to be local? Can we have a coaching session via Zoom? What does that look like? Who are the people? Where are you servicing the people, and how can we get connected to you?
Thank you for asking that. So right now I do one-on-one or group coaching. So one-on-one, definitely virtually by phone. If they're local, we can meet, you know, have an appointment, fully vaccinated, hashtag fully vaccinated. And so I meet with people one-on-one in person, but I'm looking to in 2022 start wellness events, much like I did when we were connected, where we kind of have a small gathering of women and do a ladies' night and do what I like to call a life and style week. So we'll take a few days during a week and we will just celebrate womanhood and talk about those matters that really speak to us, our professional health, our spiritual health, our mental health, our emotional health, and just have different speakers come and talk about those things to strengthen and encourage us, because we're all leaders, right? But we need a little boost every now and then. So I do all of those things either virtually or in person, and I can give you the link to the website too to connect at the end of our interview today.
Awesome, and I'll put the link at the bottom, you guys. So make sure you're at the bottom. Yes. So tell me, Khalia, this is awesome. This is what we need. This is what women need. We know that we are constantly putting in the work, right? A lot of times we don't get credit for it, but we are constantly putting in the work to become better, to evolve into better women. And so this is exactly what we need. A good circle, a good coaching, to have us break down the steps, like you're saying. That I love that we don't all have to do it we don't have to do everything at one time. We can break down these steps. You're not
and
the
we
only
try to, though, right? We try to do it all at one time, and then we're exhausted and we're like flipping out, or short fuse, and it's like, ma'am, you are team too much right now, so that's why you're exhausted. So yeah,
exactly. We have these deadlines, we have to get it done, we have to perform. And so this is exactly what we need as women, and as we are evolving, growing in motherhood, in our careers, in our businesses, whatever position you are in life, this is what we need. And so this is so awesome. Tell me how your faith has played a role in you developing Woman 31 Living, and just you as a person. How big of a role has your faith played?
Faith for me is a huge foundational piece. For me, it was when COVID-19 hit and we had to shut down. We were in the house, isolated, anxious, confused, all the emotions. And I felt like for me, it was a moment for me to create a book. And it's actually a free ebook that I actually give my clients and anyone who wants it. So if any of your community would like a copy, I can provide that. But it's called the COVID-19 Survival Guide for Women. And I felt like through my faith, it was a moment where I felt like God said, hey, I need you to produce this book. And it took me about 3 months to write. I mean, it just flowed. And it's a quick guide, but it was because of the foundation of, for me, hearing his voice and understanding that this is where we are as a society, as a community of women, and we need to reconnect with self and understand who we are holistically, as you said earlier. And so it's just about listening and walking in obedience. I have found obedience is better than sacrifice.
Right.
So I do my best to just listen for what I believe God is speaking to me in and out of season, and then following that to the best of my ability. So yeah.
Listening and hearing his voice, right?
Absolutely.
We have to be able to also be silent and be open to hearing his voice. So then, like you said, you can be obedient to the will of God. This is so awesome, Khalia. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. And so my last and final question to you is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see Woman 31 Living? Where do you see that in 5 years?
Yeah. So I would love to get to the place where I'm producing material, much like I have. See, I use coaching forms like this, and I'll connect the PDF where women can kind of check off where they are in different areas. I would love to see myself having that available to women nationwide. I have a podcast too. It's Woman 31, the Woman 31 podcast. And so I want to share that on a broader level. So in 5 years, I just see growth and expansion and just getting the word out, having more community engagement type of events, and just celebrating our life and our style together as women. So just continued growth, production of spa-like goodies for women for at-home care, and books. I love to write, as I mentioned earlier. So just different ways to connect with the community so that they have something with them, tangible, even if I'm not physically present.
This is not your only book though, right? You've had...
No, yeah. So
okay.
I actually brought the other one. The first one that I published is Love Stories. It's available on Amazon. And it's just about a woman in her 20s going through all the discovery process through love, life, and sex, and how that affects us as women when we're trying to figure out who we are, what we stand for, and what's right for us in different, stages of relationships. And so I have a lot of poems based on those 3 areas. And then I have a section after each chapter where a woman can journal and she can say, not only what she's been through, but why she felt like that was part of her story in that season. Because for me, it's one thing to understand I went through something, but there's always a why. And for me, if you understand your why, you're more than likely not going to return to a habit that's not healthy, so to speak. So yeah, Love Stories is available on Amazon.
Can we see the book again? Can I see the book?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Yes. Yes. Awesome.
That was me when I had locks.
Yeah.
I've been through so many hair phases, but yeah, that was me in my early 20s, and just trying to understand love, life, and sex, especially as a Christian woman. Like, ooh, I be doing this, but I am, and all the things. So a lot of women can relate to that.
Yes, and I love this. I love this, Khalia. I love this. That's a great book. So definitely, you guys go out and support. You can buy it on Amazon. I will put the information again on the bottom so you guys can get connected and connect to the book and read it. I'm pretty sure, and get it, because that sounds like a really good book too. I'm gonna go ahead and order it as well.
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's a really good book, because like with the whole writing and journaling your thoughts, and that's really good and that's much needed. And journaling is very important. I think we kind of miss out on that too. Writing how you feel in those moments, or how you felt in those moments, like you said, and then so you're able to correct some behaviors that you don't want to repeat. So this is awesome. Thank you so much. So let us know, how can we stay connected to you? How can we stay updated with all the new things and content that you'll put out?
Yes, thank you. So woman31.com is the website. Just newly launched, still tweaking it some, but it's available. The Woman 31 podcast is available on Anchor, Spotify, and I think Apple. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Instagram, I am available there, Khalia.woman31 or woman31 living. I have 2 IG handles. And then if you're a Facebook freak like me, I love Facebook. I know it's dated, but I still love Facebook. Join my community, Your Life, Your Style. It's a private group, and there's amazing women in that group. Great for networking, great for connecting, great for just enjoying each other, laughing, and having a good time. So those are all of my handles.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yay.
Absolutely. This has been fun. Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. And thank you for gracing us with your presence and all this good information that we definitely need. So thank you so much, Khalia.
Yeah, and I just want to encourage you to keep going, because I love what you're doing. I've enjoyed the women that you had on the podcast, or on your 5 interview, which you need to turn into a podcast. I think I spoke that into existence.
See? Thank you. Thank you.
But you're doing a great job. Please keep going. We so need this. And you're operating in your space with just beauty and confidence, as you always have. So I just want to encourage you to keep going. Yes, yes.
Oh, I thank you. I accept those words, and I thank you for that, for those positive words of enforcement. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Khalia.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And we will see you guys next time on 5 Fortitude, Innovative Value and Excellence. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.